It is. Oh, what it be like? And welcome to I Hate the Homies podcast. Rock Teasies, who I BZ.
It's your boy Griff, the first homie, and 39 is Larry Zonka, NFL Hall of Famer, fullback from that. He was on that 72 Dolphin team that went undefeated. How about that?
Yes, sir.
You do one more number, I'm walking off the set. I promise
40.
you.
How many inches
I'm
Super
gone.
Dave is?
Yeah, dog.
And it's your boy Super Dave. But guess what?
We don't care.
I'm going to tell you what we do care about before we get started, man. We are the #1 black sports podcast on Apple right now.
Right? Hold on.
I like that.
I don't want you to downplay. No. I'm going to read the message.
Go ahead.
You won't downplay that other one either. The other one to me was the best part.
Preach.
So we got a message from the head of Urban One Podcast, and she's been checking on us and telling us, to do different things. But what you are about to hear is from her, not us. She said, drum roll, please. I Hate the Homies is the top 10 sports news podcast on Apple in the U.S. and #1 black sports news podcast on Apple. We pretty much your favorite sports show's favorite show.
Come on,
That's
dog.
what we are.
Let's
I
go,
Hate the
baby.
Homies. We knew it, though.
Claim it.
Myself, Rock T, Super Dave, we knew it. We
Absolutely.
knew y'all was going to love us. Well,
And
how
that's
could you not?
Big shoulders, because I've been carrying you guys for all this long. For
Well,
39
we appreciate
episodes.
you, dog. We #1 now. You can let us down. And we can hold you again.
Hey, we can put you down
I
for
got
feeding
this
you.
3-wheel stroller for you. We can run. We can do all kind of stuff with you faster now.
Don't burp me. I don't want to
won't.
be burped.
I won't. I promise you. Yeah, congratulations, y'all. Y'all put in the work. We had a vision. We stayed intentional with it. We was consistent with it. The show got better and better. And if it wasn't for all you homie haters out there that listen to the show, we wouldn't be here. So thank y'all for making us the #1 sports show.
And guess what? We still got a lot of work to do.
Oh, yeah, we ain't stopping.
Oh, yeah. We ain't even. Y'all,
Man, we
This
just
is
get
nothing.
make me cuss.
Just get started, dog.
Right.
But I like the homie haters, man. That may be the nickname that we call all of our followers, homie haters.
Yeah, all the homie haters out there, because y'all hate the homies. And really, if you just tuning in and you like, why is they called I Hate the Homies? Because you know you be like, oh, I hate that. But you really love it. You just mad because it got you that time. That's why you going to hate the homies.
Pimping, man, pimping. So this week's
Pimpin'.
episode, we're going to recap Super Bowl 57. We got Lebron James breaking NBA's all-time scoring record, give you our thoughts and
did.
opinions on that.
did.
Is he considered the GOAT or not? Stay tuned for that one. And Micah Parsons, Dallas Cowboys superstar, defensive end / linebacker, wherever you want to call him. He's one of the greatest in the league. He's got a fetish that he shared with everybody. So we're going to release what that fetish is, and we're going to go around the table and tell everybody what our fetishes are.
Wait a minute.
I can't wait to hear it, doggone Griff.
Look at Griff. He
First
can't-
of all, I don't have no fetish.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yes,
Because
you do.
That means
you
liking feeding or liking, okay. I
any
guess
little
let's talk
weird
about it.
things that you may do.
Yeah, I got a gang of little dumb weird things. You're right.
Absolutely, man. Then we
You're
got
right.
yeah
I
and nay
might
homie.
have Asperger's. I'm telling you, I'm on the
A what?
spectrum. A little Asperger's.
Oh, I thought you said Asperger's.
I thought you said too, dog. I'm like,
Wait a minute, what you thought I
It was
said?
about-
Asperger's.
we was about to say, I Hate the Homies is now 2 members because we about to kick you off the team, dog. You almost violated, man.
I'm saying I'm on the spectrum a little bit.
So
I'm
on
on the
that note, man, let's get it popping. Y'all continue to download, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you haven't done it yet, go tell a friend to tell a friend. I Hate the Homies episode number 39 starts right now. Ray Duggar, let's go.
You done messed up, Aaron. Yeah, huh? I've been geeking for this broadcast. Got me in my bag, cause all they do is talk a lot of trash. Wait until I see them face to face off of this podcast. What you gotta say now? Check the facts, don't have the wrong stat. Rock T, he a genius as a sport, make Ricky smile, boy. Super Davey Harley come up short on like it's Cowboys. Always controversial, Griff call out plays, no rehearsal. Got me talking all in circles. I hate the homies. And Griff be laughing like it's funny. But they never bet no money. They my mans, but they throw me. I hate the homies.
Coming back. Shout out to Ray Duggan, too. That means he got the freshest song on Apple Podcast, too.
Yes,
How
sir.
about that?
And everybody
Shout
be
out
singing
to
that.
Ray Duggan, DC in this thing.
All of our homie haters be like, I hate the homies.
Right.
Super Bowl 57, man. The champs, Kansas City Chiefs. Second in 4 years. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes named the MVP. Threw for 3 touchdowns with that injured ankle. 2 Super Bowl wins by the age of 27. That is super impressive right there.
Absolutely.
So, first question out the box is, I know it's only 2, but do you put Patrick in the conversations of kind of what young Tom Brady did? I mean, I think that's fair to say young Tom Brady. Like, you don't want to put him in the whole career yet, but young Tom Brady.
Trust me, dog. This dude is going to be here a minute. Kelsey will be the best tight end that ever played the sport of football. Having Patrick Mahomes in our division and having the way he mop up the Raiders twice a year, but really having to know who he is and what he's about, the dude's good, man. He's not casually good. He is one of those ones that come every 15 years and change the game. I mean, he ain't doing nothing off field. He ain't doing nothing but making and he make them crazy passes, but really he's at his best when his line is blocking for him and he can just look like before I call him Tom Brady or young football Jesus, I say future Hall of Famer for sure.
Before we get into all that, we got to get into the game first.
Okay,
the game is the most important thing.
Right.
We all called it yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Last week we all said
Yes,
Kansas City in a close one. Now I had my reasons because I hate Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I hate the Eagles. I'm the NFC East team. I'm the Cowboys all day.
While you talking, go ahead and give the sports genius his props of specifically what I said on how this game was going to go. Go ahead, Super Dave. I said it on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. You heard it. Go ahead. I'll wait.
We all said that it was going to be.
We all said it was going to be close,
Kansas City by 3. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we all said it. I listened to it.
He went back to listen to it. Now we all said it.
Just to make sure.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right.
Shout out to your quarterback, homie, Dak Prescott, who got all the way booed by the Eagle fans for winning the Walter Payton of the Year award.
That's why I hate the Eagles. No, what was funny?
They so rude, dog.
Hey, they don't give a
rude fans. You gotta love them, dog.
You gotta, cause look, man, this is where the Philadelphia Eagle fans are the worst fans or the loyalist fans of all sports, because
it depends what side of the rock you are on.
It's this man, Dak Prescott, doing all these amazing things in the community. Man of the Year award. This is one time that even if you hate the Dallas Cowboys, you celebrate this brother
man
doing amazing things in our communities.
Well, see,
and they still booed him.
And the funny part is, we say all that, in the end, he get to laugh at the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Because they didn't win a championship. They didn't win a Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, he laughing watching the game like all the other 30 teams out here. So he don't. Somebody said they showed him walking at the Super Bowl and was like, "This is the closest Dak Prescott gonna get to a Super Bowl."
Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. Let's get into the game now. It was no reason to see Philadelphia. I mean, we all watched the first half. Mm-hmm. I thought definitely Philadelphia was going to win this football game after seeing that first half. They dominated in time possession, almost triple. We could say triple in the first half.
They had a good first half, a great
first half.
You always say, Super Dave, 2 halves.
Thank you. Thank you. I always say that. But I'm telling you this, Jalen Hurts was on in that first half.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't missing a beat. He ended up with 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, 4 TDs. And for the Eagles this season, they set a new franchise record, 42 rushing touchdowns this year. 42.
Yeah,
combined regular and postseason.
Sacks. They had the most sacks in the whole NFL, but
70.
couldn't get one yesterday.
They couldn't get
one, dog. And let's not downplay that Chiefs defense who bust a dude in his mouth, right in his chest, and he fumbled, and then picked up a fumble and ran like those.
That was the game.
That was the game.
That was the big turnaround.
And I love Jalen. Jalen knew he messed up, came right back out, and threw a touchdown. And went back to the side. I love who he is. I love what he's going to be. Again, ladies and gentlemen, not being an Eagle hater or none of that. Jalen Hurts, this is his second year in the NFL. Get ready. If you're an Eagle fan, you got to be excited about what's about to happen. Them boys, but they got proved to be little. Rock T.
Yeah.
Them boys is tall and thin for the Eagles, dog. On offense, dog.
Devontae Smith felt some heat.
Oh, they popped him one time on the sideline.
Yeah, he got to get on some peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
He flew into the
all
first
season, man.
All
flew
them
into the
cheese
stand.
steaks, all them cheese steaks, Philly dog. You better eat something.
Yes, sir. But here's the deal, man. You're right. Jalen Hurts, he earned my respect this year because even though the amazing season he's had consistently, I wasn't sold. I wasn't all the way convinced. I kept waiting for. I love Jalen Hurts and I'm rooting for him, but I just don't think he's, going to get his team to the Super Bowl. So I was the first one to say it on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show that he earned my respect. And I agree, Griff. He's going to be around for a long time.
I like that kid, man.
Doing some big things. But let's give props to Coach Andy Reid and offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy because going back to how was Philly dominating the first half and then what happened in the second half? Andy Reid
shut down.
Andy Reid said, "Let me show y'all why I'm one of the greatest coaches of all time."
Exactly.
But this is why we speak of Tom Brady, and I'm not comparing Patrick Mahomes to Tom Brady yet, but the bottom line was he's a leader. And this what was said when they went into the locker room at the half, being down 24-14.
Yeah, no, I was proud because I talked a little bit, but it was everybody. It wasn't like I was the only person talking in that locker room, and we just challenged each other, man, to leave everything out there. And I don't want to say we played tight in the first half, but you didn't see that same joy that we play with. And I wanted guys to just know that everything we worked for is for this moment. You have to enjoy this moment. You can't let the moment overtake you. I thought the guys did that in the second half, and they fought to the very end. And that's all you can ask is guys to leave everything they have on the football field.
And that's what he's supposed to say. But what he did was got a couple shots before he came back out in that second half. And then let it be known to the people who don't really know football, a normal halftime half is 13 minutes, they said. Because of the Super Bowl, it was 29. Patrick Mahomes needed every minute of those 29 to get better because with a minute and 4 seconds left in the first half, that dude was in pain.
Yes, sir.
Pain.
And Travis Kelce said, listen, he had a message for all Kansas City Chief haters out there, and he expressed his message with true passion. Here's what he said.
I'm talking about language. Hey, get this man right here. My man right here.
I know you're emotional.
I love this. Man, one of y'all said the Chiefs were going to take it home this year. Not a single one. Feel that. Feel it. And on top of that, next time the Chiefs say something, put some respect on our name.
So, hey, I agree, man. Hey, one thing
That's
about
what
it.
you're supposed to say.
You're supposed to say all that afterwards like they did. They didn't let it distract them. They said, you know what? Let's just ignore all that bull crap. Let's go finish the job. Then we'll tell them how we feel afterwards.
What I did love about the Kansas City Chiefs cornerbacks, they were getting beat in the first half. Jalen Hurts was slanging that thing. And that's what you want. He wasn't trying to play action. He was throwing that rock, dog. And he made that. It was the turnaround. Anybody that know anything about sports, you cannot do the same plays you did in the first half and the second half. And again, Andy Reid, he figured it out. Okay, we're going to do this and we're going to do this. But I was a little disappointed about that, and here go the air quotes, that great Philadelphia defense that didn't get one sack. Them boys was big in the front for the Chiefs.
But see, this was the difference. They came out in the second half, and what Patrick Mahomes said about them making adjustments, the big thing was they were able to run the ball. They came out, run, pass to Kelce, run. Even
Pachanko.
Yes, it was all runs, and then you hit them with the pass, the little short pass, and you get your touchdown. That touchdown made it 24-21. I knew they were back in the game.
Let's talk about.
And they couldn't be stopped.
Let's talk about the play that some, depending on which side of the fence you on, thought was bad or good.
The final drive.
The pass interference or not that was called or not. Holding, yeah. So it's like, look, here's my.
No, it was pass interference, but it should have been holding at least.
No. It was
they
holding.
They got hit for the 15.
No. It was holding. It was for 5 yards.
Yeah, so
automatic first down.
Automatic first down. But here's the deal.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just old school, man. I think the
Let them boys
referee
play, huh?
should not be a deciding factor of the outcome of games. I'm not in all sports, okay? And
Agreed.
you got sports. You at the highest level. Like, this ain't no little YMCA pop winner. Like, come on. This is at the highest level. This is grown man out here. So
Grown man.
let them play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it shouldn't. I don't think
if you ain't do that in the whole game, why you gonna wait till a couple minutes
Come on,
left
man.
at the end?
I don't think it was a hold. I don't think it was passing. I don't think it was nothing. It's like it should have been. Let them keep on playing. Man. That's just it to me.
That's the dumbest crap I've heard on this show.
Here you go.
It is holding all day. It was a double move. Did you see the 2 touchdowns before that? They set him up. He had a double move on James Bradbury, and then Bradbury
that's called the zig.
Yeah, and he had to grab him. Now I'm not saying he grabbed the jersey, but he stopped him from going to where he wanted to go in the corner of the end zone.
Let me tell you something.
Okay,
fool. This is what I'm saying. He didn't grab the jersey. Yeah, you got to call because it's obvious. If it's not an obvious grab,
I wasn't happy about that.
You got to call it, but it wasn't. Man, come on, man.
I was with women in my house at my Super Bowl party. Even the females was saying that wasn't no.
He stopped him.
You said even females were saying that. So look who's talking right now.
He stopped him. He stopped him from going. I'm going to prove your point wrong. You end up looking like a dress. You got a dress on in a few minutes.
No.
Oh, so you want to look like Juju?
Yeah, that's what he's going to look like in a few minutes.
Juju Smith.
I ain't got to say it. I don't have to say it. Play the cut from James Bradbury. What did he say?
I mean, I pulled the jersey, they called holding. I was hoping they would let it ride, but it wasn't holding. I was hoping he would let it go, but of course, he's a ref. This is a big game, and it was a hold, so they called it.
Well,
so my thoughts on that is okay. We see how.
Put the dress on.
We see
you look pretty. Go ahead.
I'm going to shut up and listen.
No, I'm not going to shut up and listen. Go ahead. Put the dress on.
Then move on to the next topic. Because how you going to ask somebody their thoughts and opinion and then you won't let them talk?
Because I prove your point. I prove my point. I got it right.
You prove your point, but you asked me.
No, I ain't ask you nothing. I just thought it was a dumbass statement from you.
I'm the third person. I would like to hear Rock T's statement.
Well, I'm walking away. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
So you see how Jalen Hurts addressed the loss like a grown man.
I like that.
Full responsibility with class, okay?
Absolutely.
Head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles addressed it with class. No
Why
excuses.
was he crying so hard during the national anthem?
He's a little emotional, man.
That was
Chris Stapleton brought it to tears to his eyes.
Man, he brought it out of him. He was
So my point is this, man. All of the Philadelphia Eagles players, staff, coaches that interviewed post-game were all classy, no excuses. Hey, we lost the game. It is what it is. We're going to learn from it and keep it moving. That is why this defensive back did the exact same thing. I promise you, to his homies, to his boys, behind the camera, he would say, man, that's some bull crap. I wasn't no holding. It's football. I promise you. So he was a bigger man. That's all it was, to answer your question, in my opinion. There you go.
And that was a bunch of crap. You wasted my time.
Man,
because I played the cut for you from James Bradbury. He made the point clear. He thought he could get away with it.
You didn't hear nothing I just said.
And the ref thought he was going to.
You didn't hear nothing I just said.
I did hear what you said. You didn't say nothing.
Let's talk LeBron James.
I had the one guy that made the point. No, you ain't going nowhere else.
Yeah,
You're not going nowhere else.
Okay. So
it was a hold call. Did it stand? Don't give nobody anything.
There wasn't no holding, dog.
Is the game over?
The game's over.
Okay, then. Don't come with me. Don't come with me.
Eagle fans lost. Eagle fans, great, blah, blah, blah.
But hold on, girl.
Chiefs won.
So who's your team?
I picked Kansas City to win.
No, I'm talking about who's your favorite team. No, who's your favorite team?
Detroit Lions.
Okay, say Detroit, if they ever make the Super Bowl. Hold on, if they ever make the Super Bowl.
You ain't got to say it like
that,
man. Dog.
If they ever make the Super Bowl.
Go for it.
And we're in the fourth quarter, and they're going against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
And that play happens, but this time it's your guys on offense.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets hell. You don't want that call if it's there.
Dude.
Oh, my God. That's a bunch of BS. You want the call.
You didn't even let me respond.
I look at your face. I saw it.
Hey, Griff, did you just witness what happened?
My God.
He asked you a question. It's like somebody saying, hey, do you like me? You don't like me. I know you don't like me. I can tell by how you looking at. Let me answer the question, little boy. Little boy. Yo, man.
Are you? Wait a minute. You got a condition, bro?
Answer the question.
Super Dave is
I
passionate,
saw your face.
ladies and gentlemen. He's
I saw your
passionate.
face, and
we
you
all
had,
are.
You had that
We
thought
all
bubble.
are.
You had that thought bubble at the top. Come on.
Are you okay? Are you really okay, man?
You're pissing me off.
Hey, I don't care about that.
Go ahead. Make your point.
I don't care about your little baby.
Go on. Make your point.
Baby tantrums.
Make your point.
So
come on, girl. Make your point.
Of course, dog. Any fan, referee to call a penalty against their team. That's a no-brainer, bro.
Right.
But if you saw that same play against the Detroit Lions, is that a hold? Yes or no?
Answer that, Rod.
And it's my receiver?
It's your receiver.
Of course it's a hold.
Okay. Case closed.
Yeah, of course. Because I'm rooting, because I'm doing it.
No, don't add anything. Don't add anything else to it. Don't add anything. Thank you.
Right.
You answered my question.
Right.
So I'm right. So be quiet.
Okay, now let me ask you a question.
Okay, here we go.
Now let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Your team is the Dallas Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if the Dallas Cowboys
ever make it to the Super Bowl,
make it back to the Super Bowl, and they're on defense, and Stephon Diggs gets a call on that same holding call, how you gonna feel about that?
I gotta live with it. I'm not gonna like it, but I gotta live with it.
But no, answer the question. Like, would you want
it was a hold? Yes, I would have said it's a hold.
You would have said, hey,
I would have said it was a hold.
The referee should have threw the flag. On
yes,
that.
Yes.
I don't believe that, son.
Be consistent. How you gonna ask me a question? They gonna tell me I said what I'm gonna say?
Because you're one of those type of people.
Okay.
That will say whatever you need to say just to prove a point. You will go that far with it.
No,
you know good well, dog. This is the difference between the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl or not, or winning the Super Bowl or not. You know good well, man. Please,
you a wife,
David,
dog. That's
go
what
somewhere with that bull crap. Go ahead. What's next?
You asked me a damn question. I answered your question. Now you're gonna change my answer around. You're gonna change my answer around? Did I answer your question?
If you believe it, then roll with it.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play to both of y'all. Super Bowl was 38 or 38-35. Kansas City Chiefs win. It was a good Super Bowl. Now let's talk about some side things that happened at the Super Bowl. Pre-Super Bowl, before anybody came out and was hurt and not hurt and grabbed and not grabbed, Fletcher Cox, the former Philadelphia Eagle, had what he thought was a nice interview with Michael Strahan. He was with the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl some years ago, and he thought he was going to get his Super Bowl shine. Now, what he didn't know is that people was going to put First Lady Fascinator hats on top of that visiting pastor woman outfit that he had on with a slip. He had a slip on. I know a slip when I see one. My mama used to have him. He had a slip on under a jacket, and he has been getting roasted since he don't even want to talk about the Super. He wish somebody would talk to him about the Super Bowl instead of what, man. That, sir.
Now who?
And me and Super Dave said before we started the podcast, the bad part is, Rock, he left the crib and said, I'm about to kill him.
Yes, he did, dog.
I'm about to.
He's 6'4", 310 pounds, wearing a blouse.
Griff said slip.
A
slip.
Who?
Dog,
it wasn't. No,
the whole outfit was
but it wasn't
ugly,
just. I was gonna say it wasn't just the slip.
Yeah,
the slip was bad, but the suit was ugly.
The suit was
I don't know what he was doing. You make all this
like
money.
Everybody's all stereotypical stepbrothers. He looked like he was wearing somebody's father's clothes. Like, it was just bad, dog.
I told y'all last week. What did I tell y'all after watching the Grammys? People are dressing weird, and they think it's nice.
People dressing weird. And hold on, here goes something. Juju Smith. Juju thought he was safe. Juju, in his mind,
the Kansas City wide receiver,
said he was going to wear a kilt, which is a proper Scottish military gear before you go into war. If you ever saw Braveheart, they got on kilts.
Or Roddy Piper, same thing,
yes,
WWF.
Absolutely. That's what we know since we was seventh graders. But what he had on was a local high school cheerleader skirt with all the pleats in the world. That was not a kilt. That was a poodle skirt, Juju. So while y'all laughing at Fletcher, shift that laughter towards Juju, who buying stuff online.
Look, I'm going to say this, man.
They told him he was getting a kilt back. They sent him back a Happy Days extra outfit. That's what he got on.
Everybody have every right to dress how they want to dress, wear what they want to wear,
and
express what they want to express. But sometimes there's a such thing as going too far, or nowadays is there?
How about asking the homies?
You need
How
a
about saying,
you need a
Rock,
pull-up pal. You need a pull-up pal. You really
Rock,
do.
Yeah.
I was thinking about rocking this kilt to the game, to represent a strong man army, going into war. What you think?
Bruh,
that one? Juju?
You sick? Nah, bruh. I mean,
Juju, it looked like you going to a Sadie's Hawkins dance, dog. That's what you.
It's all bad. It's nothing good from Fletcher Cox to Juju. Nobody.
Fletcher, though.
I mean, didn't they learn from the NBA back in the day when we were growing up? Michael Jordan, what did he have on? A suit.
Yeah.
Every time,
Alonzo
baby.
Mourning, a suit after the game. They look like guys, professional guys ready to take care of some business. Also go to a club after they get through with the basketball game.
Right.
But they were dressed to impress. This is not impressing
They was
nobody.
gentlemen, dog. They was
This
gentlemen.
is ridiculous,
Yeah,
man.
They
This
was
is
proper
our
gentlemen.
lives now. We're talking about black dudes. We're talking about brothers.
yeah, like supposedly hardcore brothers.
Could you
Fletcher
wear?
Cox know better, dog.
Could you wear that outfit that Fletcher Cox had in the hood?
Oh, absolutely.
You go to South Dallas. Could you wear that outfit?
Nah, bro.
You can't wear that nowhere.
Yeah, like what? Listen, man.
Nowhere.
Hey,
He looked like he bought it in front of a Walgreens, like on.
He looked like Shirley
holiday.
Caesar. He was Shirley Caesar.
listen, Fletcher Cox,
He
man.
looked like he was doing cosplay, dog. I'm gonna be Yolanda Adams for the Super Bowl. They not even gonna be ready.
When I saw the outfit, I said they deserve to lose. This is before the game. You don't.
I know
don't
Michael
understand.
Strahan was like, "Yo,
Michael,
hitting his
look what
homies.
Michael Strahan had on.
Hitting his-
He had a suit on.
Yeah,
He had
And
on
he-
a suit.
and he played his position pretty much,
Yeah.
defensive tackle, kind of, sort of, on the defensive
Yeah.
line. So as a football player,
The
Fletcher
bottom
Cox.
line is, there's no excuse to be a big guy and look crazy. That's all we trying to say. There's tailors. You guys, these dudes have money. This dude looked like he bought a suit, didn't take it to the tailor, and said, "I'm gonna rock this thing." But whatever he has underneath, I don't know if his spaghetti straps fell or what happened, but it looks horrible.
That was a blouse. That was a slip.
Well,
It was embarrassing.
Let's
That
move
was
on.
bad,
Let's move on
dog.
from that, man. Let's think we gonna let Fletch ride with that one right there, man.
No, we're not.
No,
we're not.
No. He better be
Him or
glad
Juju.
this ain't yay
Don't
or
speak
nay.
for me.
So,
Yeah, right.
Let's shift gears and go talk about Rhianna and the halftime show next. All right, everybody been waiting for the return of Rhianna to the big stage. I believe it's been like 7 years.
Something like that,
And
6 or 7. Yep.
it's a big deal, man. I'm a Rihanna fan. I like Rihanna. A lot of people forget how many hits she has, and she proved it.
They learned yesterday.
They learned yesterday because she was
They heard him again.
back to back to back to back to
Dog.
back. I love artists that don't stop the show and they just be killing it one after another. You know what I'm
was.
saying? Now,
It was.
let's talk about the elephant in the room. She's come to find out 6 months pregnant now.
She's with child.
When y'all was watching it, when did you say out loud at your Super Bowl party, "Is Rihanna pregnant?"
Yeah, I was first thinking like, is that still the fat that she's having
that's what I
lost
said.
And
Yeah.
did you
from
do
her
like
last
everybody
baby?
else and pull up? Oh, she was pregnant 9 months ago.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
And she too small. She a itty bitty to be that big. She better be pregnant.
Right.
And if she is pregnant, that's even doper because her performance was fresh.
Thank
As soon
you,
as my
dog.
wife saw her, she said she's pregnant.
Man.
That's what all the girls in the room said. But I said,
We
I don't
didn't
know,
know.
y'all. I said, I don't know. And then they did different angles. But it was the one where she was literally sideways with her hands on her hips. It was like, oh, no, that's a belly.
And then she started rubbing the belly a little bit, so that's letting everybody
And
know
one song,
indirectly,
yeah.
like,
Yes.
hey, yeah, I'm pregnant. Y'all see it, and I want to show this thing. So, to Griff's point, that took the performance to a whole nother level, dog. I was already like, yo, now look, you got some haters out there saying, well, it wasn't that big of a deal. It just had 200 people on the dancers, and she's just up there just kind of.
Choreography.
Oh, I
for
guess
the
I'm the one
win,
then.
dog.
Man, they up there and they got them high doggone.
That's fine.
She's up in the freaking the moon.
Rafters, dog. Right.
Yo.
In the rafters,
It looked
dog.
nice.
And
yes.
it wasn't Michael Jackson. It wasn't, but that's not Rihanna. Like, you got to understand Rihanna's
That
performances.
wasn't her show before that. Yeah, somebody else was saying. And then they were saying, well, was she singing? First of all, she's always been, no one ain't never said out loud, Rihanna might be the best singer out here. Like, that's like Janet Jackson gives you a show. She's not going to give you a Whitney Houston vocal performance. She's going to give you a show. And I thought Rihanna gave us the show that we wanted. Big shout out to Adam Blackstone, who won an Emmy last year for his Super Bowl halftime with Dr. Dre and them. But the way they arranged them songs, man, from coming out to Chick Better Have My Money as the first song, oh, man. And then making people remember all them other songs. Because I forgot halfway. I was like, what's she going to come with next? Oh, there go another one. I loved it.
I think y'all going overboard.
I'm a Rihanna fan.
I think y'all going overboard. I thought it was okay.
Go ahead, Black
I
Cloud.
thought it was okay.
Go ahead, Black Cloud.
I can say it was okay, is my opinion. It was just okay. It wasn't great.
Bad luck,
It wasn't good. It was not. I could do without that halftime performance. It wasn't nothing that's going to be in my mind where I go, what happened on Super Bowl 57? Who performed? I probably won't even remember this day. And I don't know who played the game, but as far as who performed, I know Prince. I know Michael Jackson. I even know Beyonce put on a great show. She's a great performer. She is.
I done left and came back. What you talking about, Dad? What's happening?
You
dog?
see, I ain't saying that, dog.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
But guess what?
Don't ask me for my damn opinion. Don't ask. Yeah, exactly.
We don't have to. He does not have to lie. I mean, we were texting each other and we was like, "Yo, what a game!" I don't like it. I don't like the commercials. I thought Rihanna was okay. We was like, "Man, this dude."
I was right. You didn't text me the second half,
ladies. No, because I hated you already. So
okay.
Look,
and I thought it was just okay. That's it. It wasn't anything big. Wasn't anything glamorous. Yeah, you had the floating stages and stuff like that. That was nice. You had the 500 dancers doing the dances out there, but I was not impressed. It's nothing that I would go back and go on Super Bowl 57. Who performed? Oh, Rihanna. No, it's not going to be one of those moments for me. This is not Michael Jackson. This is not Prince. It was whack. Y'all gonna leave me hanging?
all right. Let's talk about the commercials from yesterday. It was some good ones and some bad Super Daves. So this is why we hate Super Dave internally. We say, Super Dave, we know you're not enjoying the Super Bowl. We know you hate Rihanna and Beyonce mama. We know you don't. We know you're not liking the Chiefs losing right now. But at least you got to be happy, Super Dave, because John Travolta did a Grease commercial with T-Mobile. What'd you think about that? And his reply,
I didn't like it. It was overrated.
It's John Travolta,
and he
bro.
a Grease fan, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
You are. You told us.
No, I didn't know. I never said I was a Grease fan. I'm a Grease 2 fan. Know the difference. Not Grease 1. I never said I love Grease 1. I don't like Grease 1. I hate Grease 1. But Grease 2 with Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold, yes. That was the one. The one that had the song, I'll be your girl for all seasons.
You are for
all
seasons.
the way through.
Go ahead.
Your girl for all seasons. See?
Did you do the dances too, dog?
Yes. Love that.
You my girl for the winter time, homie.
Well, I ain't saying me. I'm just giving you the song. It's one of the songs I like.
Oh, dog.
So let me ask you this. Give me 3 commercials that you did like. Let's see if we agree on those.
Y'all gonna hate me. I didn't like any commercial except
already.
one commercial, and you know the reason why.
You ain't like those commercials. You ain't like one commercial.
I didn't like
for real for the whole
Doritos and like
Super
none of
Bowl.
those. I like the Sketcher commercial because who did that?
Which
who the
one?
Snoop,
It was
who the
one
Snoop
with
Dogg?
Martha
Who the
Martha
Snoop Dogg
Stewart.
have on there?
Martha.
He had my quarterback. My quarterback was on there.
Who,
Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Yes, that was my commercial.
That was a good commercial.
Once
but
I saw that, I was made. I was done.
my favorite was J-Lo
Well,
and Ben
then-
Affleck with the Dunkin'.
That was a good Dunkin' Donuts.
yeah.
Overrated.
I had a couple. This one is gonna be dumb, but it was done for me. So it was a National Highway and Traffic Safety Administration commercial. It was NHTSA, but they were saying how all these cars that be driving themselves be hurting people. So they had this dummy walk across the street like it was a little boy, and the Tesla just plowed into him.
I think I missed that one, dog.
It was so funny. I said, "What is going on TV?" And they was like, "No, it's for the highways or something." I said, "That I like that one. I really like the electric Jeep, electric slide one, and I had one more. The girl flag football NFL
That was
commercial.
dope. That was dope.
And then her mama tried to get the flag from her too, dog. Those was my favorite. I hated that avocado commercial. There was a TurboTax one that sucked. And Tubi got the whole world when they made it look like somebody changed the channel to the Super Bowl.
Bro, did you grab your remote? I grabbed my remote.
So
I'm like,
here go the ill part.
That was crazy.
Rock T. Earlier in the game, I accidentally changed the channel, and I got booed, and everybody, yeah. So I took the remote, put it on the Super Bowl, and then put it over the mantle, sat back down. Later, when that happened, everybody looked at me. I had my hands up like I ain't touched nothing. And I said, "Oh, Tubi for the win, dog." And shout out to Serena Williams, who is no longer who retired from tennis, and now she's doing Remy and beer commercials.
oh yeah, she getting it in.
How about that?
She's taking the page out
How
of
about
Michael
that?
Jordan's book and say, "Oh, I'm finna capitalize off my
Remy,
brand."
though, Serena Williams.
Come on.
Remy.
It was
I
one.
never saw that coming.
It was one more commercial that I think Rock sent out a text once the movie trailer for Flash came out, and then he said Michael.
Oh, and they
Keaton.
showed Batman.
And they showed Batman.
No, they didn't show. Yeah, they showed him saying, "I'm Batman."
The
And
original
he said
Batman.
he said that's the best Batman. And if I had hair, I would pull my hair out. I mean, I'd text you guys back, and I thought it was a bunch of BS.
He's the original Batman, bro.
But you know what they're
He's not
doing?
the original.
Flash always manipulate time, and so they probably done went into it's this whole these dimensions and worlds that everybody. So he's like, I watch Flash on TV, so they have Earth 1 and Earth 2 and Earth 13, and
Christian
so on
Bale.
one of these Earths.
The Dark Knight
Is
is
your
the
favorite
best.
Batman?
It's the best Batman.
I don't know,
Period.
dog.
I'm going
Keaton is
with
just
Michael
epic,
Keaton.
dog.
Michael Keaton is number
It's
2
just
for me.
Epic. It's epic.
I think the commercials were okay. It's just like everything else from the Super Bowl. I thought it was just okay. I thought the second half of the Super Bowl was great, but the commercials, I think we've gone away. I think they've run out of ideas. You don't think the same thing?
Can we shout out the HeGetsUs.com, the Jesus commercials? They played 2 of them.
Yeah, dog.
During the Super Bowl.
Those are some deep
That's
messages.
A big deal. That's a big deal, and I don't know if you watched it and really looked at it, but one of them, they just showed images of all these black and whites of black people and white people going against each other and polling and just anger and all this, and at the end it said, "Love your neighbor, man." Like, I was like, so what people don't know, because they say, "Oh, it cost $7 million for a 30-second," but what nobody know is just because you got $7 million, you can't advertise for the Super Bowl. Like, it don't, like, or you could say, "Hey, I sell weed during the," like, you can't. So they're very selective whose $7 million they take. But I thought it was cool that HeGetsUs.com was one of them. And it was one with some babies. It was a E-Trade with these babies.
Yes.
That was. Oh,
We've
that was
seen
awesome.
that.
You ain't like that one?
We've seen that before.
With the babies?
Yes, we've seen that with the babies. That's what I'm
go
saying.
all the way back to Look Who's Talking.
They're running out of ideas, and if anything, they should go back to when it was Mean Joe Green and the Coca-Cola commercial. That was the
classic.
best. That is the best commercial.
Hey, kid.
That
throw his
stays
jersey.
with me.
Diddy?
Yes, sir.
You ain't like Diddy? And
No,
all the
hell
people we
no.
put on Montel
No,
Jordan and all the
no,
motherfuckers? That
no.
was kind of sweet.
No.
Oh, what about at that Xfinity commercial with dude with the tramp stamp? That ain't make you laugh out
That
loud,
didn't make me
dog?
laugh. No, it didn't.
Oh, Rock D.
Hey,
was
man.
you cracking up when dude?
That was all right, dog. That was all right.
Only the Tony Romo commercial
That one
with
made me
Snoop
chuckle a little
Dogg.
bit.
That's it.
You ain't like Ant-Man
No.
saying no shrinking and
That was all
drinking.
right. That was all right. I mean, see, here's the deal, man. Super Bowl commercials aren't what
have
they
to be
used
epic.
to
Okay,
be.
at least we agree on that.
Because here's the deal. Now, everyday commercials are funny. Think
I
about it.
agree.
All the Geico commercials,
The
all
Geico,
these
Progressive.
Progressive, so there's no more
Yeah.
hype about I can't wait to the Super Bowl commercial because there's Super Bowl commercials
To
every
see
day.
a commercial.
Yeah, it's happening every day.
And
so
then they put the stars in there thinking that's going to be the catcher, but sometimes it's just a simple commercial. When you just talk about Progressive and the other insurance companies, even State Farm, it's a simple commercial.
No,
it's simple.
that dude. It's Mayhem, dude.
Mayhem is another one. Yes.
that dude's funny.
Hilarious.
That dude is funny. But that's a Super Bowl style commercial.
Yes.
All right, so let's get ready to talk about LeBron James and his NBA's all-time scoring record he set, and we're going to give you our thoughts and opinions next. All right, so unless you've been up under a rock, we all know LeBron James passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as NBA's all-time leading scorer. He did it in season number 20, right? This is 20 for him.
20. Respect.
Yep.
And Kareem did it in 20 seasons, correct? Or was it 19? 1920?
1920.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
1920, yeah.
So now everybody's talking about, is he the GOAT now since he is NBA all-time scoring leader over Michael
Over
Jordan?
everybody.
Including Michael Jordan.
Let me say this first. This is the thing that's going to always haunt LeBron. He became the NBA's all-time scorer, and they lost. And they lost, dog. And it's no big deal that they lost, but they're number 11 or 12 in the West. Like, the Lakers are horrible right now. So why you getting all these accolades, dog? We suck. You know what I'm saying? And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wasn't the GOAT of basketball. He always had that record, and nobody said. So who y'all think? Jordan, Kareem, Kobe, LeBron?
Exactly. How come Kareem? Yeah, right. And
he was never in that conversation. And when you get to this level and what you have to make this GOAT basis on in the end, it's championships. It's championships. Bill Russell is the GOAT of all of them. How about that? Like, when it comes down to championships, Bill Russell. That's it. I think LeBron is amazing. I don't think they should have stopped an NBA game with 10 seconds left in the third for a team that's about to lose for one player to get an accolade out of all sports in the world. That's a team sport. It was a little selfish, but congratulations to King James.
I can't believe this. I'm gonna take up for LeBron James because I'm not a big LeBron James fan. But what you said about the selfish part, I disagree because when Emmitt Smith broke Walter Payton's record, Cowboys lost to Seattle that same day, but they stopped the game because that was his moment. I give LeBron his moment.
Got it.
He is a GOAT of longevity. That's my opinion. I don't consider him my GOAT of all time in the NBA. I'm always gonna say Michael Jordan. I've watched both of them play. But seeing Mike and the way he won championships and the way he had to take abuse from the Detroit Pistons and Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks back in the day when the game was different, it was more physical than what it is right now. Not taking anything away.
Explain to somebody listening who going, yeah, I just started watching basketball 10, 15 years ago. What y'all talking about more physical?
More physical to where when you come in that lane, when Michael Jordan used to come in the lane, and you know this because you're a Detroit fan.
The bad boys, baby.
And they didn't get that name for being soft.
For being nice.
Yes, you came in the lane, and Jordan knew this. That's why he built up his body a little bit more after this. But once you came in the lane, their job was to lay you on your ass. That's it.
That's it.
It was bully basketball back in the day. The NBA banned that. They banned that because, of course, white America didn't like it because it's basketball. They didn't want to see that kind of basketball at the end of the day. They made it to where it is today, where it's a little bit soft, where you touch somebody with your fingernail. It's a foul.
For the people that's listening, Michael Jordan earned all his slams.
Yes, he
earned all his finger rolls. These dudes is making holes for people right now.
And the game is different. The game is not under the basket anymore. The game is away from the basket. That's why you see a guy like...
It's after the half,
Yeah,
man.
that's why you see a guy like Steph shooting. I'm not taking anything from Steph. I love Steph. but you're shooting three-pointers. More guys are shooting three-pointers now. It was more inside game. I mean, we can't even talk about centers right now because back in the day, it was centers.
Right.
It was about David Robinson, Akeem Olajuwon.
Bill Russell.
Thank you. It's
all them guys.
Just a different game.
Patrick Ewing.
Shaq was the last bona fide center.
And they used to hack him. He used to get abused.
Yeah.
So here are my thoughts on GOAT. Like, I got two responses. There's great GOAT-type players in every 10 years, 15, 20 years. Like,
somebody gonna come.
There's gonna be some. I mean, it was, like you say, the Bill Russells and the Kareems from back in the day.
Just like Joe Montana.
Then the Magic Johnsons and Larry Birds, and now then LeBron, and then Jordan came, and then Kobe and LeBron came. So every era has amazing, great GOAT-type players. But when you're talking about all time, here's why I'm still rolling with Michael Jordan. Let's just, for hypothetically speaking,
and you, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget he a proper Detroit Piston fan.
Oh yeah, come on now.
Let's just hear him show Jordan love is strong.
Listen, I ride for LeBron is a GOAT in his own right, and he deserves everything that's coming his way. But I personally still think Michael Jordan is the GOAT for these reasons alone. Let's remember he missed 2 seasons when his father passed away when he retired the first time to go play minor league baseball. Then he missed another 2 seasons when Phil Jackson didn't receive a new contract extension with the Chicago Bulls. So Michael said, if Phil go, I'm gone. So he retired again 2 more years. Then he came back with the Washington. So let's just put those 4 years back into his career. The first time he retired, he was averaging 30 points a game. Okay. The second time he retired, he was right there around 23 to 25 points a game. So let's just think modestly and do some simple math. Let's just say 25 points a game times 82 games times 4 seasons. Add those points to his total career numbers. LeBron still wouldn't have passed him yet. So you got to think about that. Then LeBron James, how many championships did LeBron James go to?
I know he was 10 straight at one point.
Okay. How many title games has he went to? How many has he won?
He's
According
won 4.
to those number stats with the times 4 and 8, he would have had 8,200 points.
So
which would have launched him way past.
And that doesn't even include the points in the playoffs, bro.
No.
And you're missing one more thing. LeBron came out as the chosen one at what age?
18.
Oh, he went
at
to
18.
Jordan went to college for
3 years
at North Carolina.
So you add. So let's just add LeBron. Exactly. Add another 6 years. Because let's say Michael Jordan was able to come out in high school, even if he wasn't as good as now. Let's be fair.
He wasn't.
Michael Jordan was not as good of a high school player as LeBron was.
He didn't start until his junior
He didn't start until
year.
his senior
Right.
year. His senior year.
Yeah.
They cut him his junior year.
Right.
Remember?
So let's be modest with those numbers, and let's say he was in the NBA as a high school kid. He probably would have been averaging somewhere between 8 to 10 points a game, until
he wasn't that fresh.
But those are still points. Those are still points. So now let's go to championships. Is LeBron James undefeated in championship games?
No, he's not.
He done lost a gang of.
How many has LeBron? How many has Michael Jordan lost? He got to 6 championships. How many has he lost?
He's undefeated.
He's
he
6
won
and
all
0.
them things. Yeah,
You got to put all this when you're talking about the GOAT of anything. You got to consider all of this. The rings. Then he ain't even lost. If Michael gets to the championship, just give him the ring because he's undefeated. So all this comes into play when you're deciding.
Before you do that, I'm gonna give you one more championship that just X LeBron's out of it.
The bubble.
When he lost, that's one. But make it 2 then. When he lost to the Mavericks. When they were loaded with Chris, they had 2.5 men. They had Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade,
right,
and LeBron James, and all you kept hearing was, he's not gonna win 1, not 2,
right,
not 3,
right,
but 4.
Right.
How many did they win? 2.
They should have won 4.
Yeah, they should.
They won 2, and they lost 1 to the Mavericks. The Mavericks, who had Jason Kidd, an aging Jason Kidd,
and Dirk.
Yeah,
Dirk.
He was old. Well, here goes
Jason Terry in his prime.
Yeah, Jason Terry.
Jason Terry wasn't in his prime.
But that's a championship.
He left.
But that's a championship you're not supposed to lose.
He was there that year.
He was there a year. He was there. Yes, he was there a year.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that was a championship you're not supposed to lose.
Yeah, it says that LeBron went to 10 championships and only won 4. So
those are my.
You said he's in the GOAT umbrella, but when you say GOAT by itself,
yeah,
you saying it's Jordan for you.
Exactly.
And it's I think if you had a chance, it's the eye test. We've all seen Jordan play. The kids today, they're used to seeing LeBron. If they go back and look at old tape,
they be on Steph.
They on LeBron too. They on LeBron too.
I know.
But you go back and look at tape. They look at tape of Jordan, and they would be mesmerized. They would go crazy because it was different then.
And you just added
it was not only different, but also remember the man started long shorts. He started fresh shoes. Now nobody's saying I don't know what a pair of LeBron James shoes look like. That's gonna make. You understand me?
I want to see that movie too.
Oh, hold on.
That's
gonna be done.
Phil Knight.
It's
about Phil Knight.
Yes,
I read that book.
Let's touch on that, Griff, real fast before we move on.
He did
LeBron James on every one of his shoes, his Nike shoes, you see a swoosh.
Yeah.
How many Jordans have a swoosh?
Yes.
The first ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first one, the Jordan ones, are the only one that still have the swoosh. All the other ones, it's the Jumpman, his brand. Nike. Yeah. This is Nike. Yeah. Come on, man. You can't. No other. You can't. Listen, man. I love LeBron James.
I'm not arguing with you. I love him too, but I'm
right there with you.
Yeah,
I can't believe we all agree on this.
You made a valid point. You made a super duper valid. Everything you said, I'm all the way agreed.
And he would have shattered the record if he had a chance to play from age. He started at 21 in the NBA, but just say 18 to where LeBron is right now. And years were taken off because of him retiring to go to play baseball twice.
Yeah.
And you put Jordan in this era with these new rules?
Oh, even Allen Iverson said it.
Come on,
Jordan
man.
would put up 50 to 60 points a game easily.
in the
Because you can't touch him.
Right, you can't touch him. Let's move on and talk about your boy, Super Dave, Micah Parsons, and his fetish.
I got to tell you guys this.
Right.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but over the weekend, the Super Bowl happened, but one of the podcasters out there from CBS, Bryant McFadden, I don't know if you ever heard, you guys heard of him, but he had like a little questionnaire for Michael Parsons. He had Michael Parsons on.
Right.
And he had some interesting questions. You know how guys come up with 3 or 4 questions to ask an athlete or superstar.
And for the record, Micah Parsons is defensive linebacker / defensive
He's everything
end
for the Cowboys.
for the Dallas Cowboys. If y'all don't know who he is, there you go.
And McFadden had these questions to ask Michael Parsons, and this is what Michael Parsons responded with.
Who was your favorite player growing up?
Cam Newton.
Best trash talker in the NFL?
Probably Leonard Fournette.
Oh, he talks a lot of trash.
Talks too much.
Oh, yeah, I had a
Too
little
much
back and forth on Twitter as well. Okay. Favorite sports movie?
Rudy.
Most embarrassing song on your playlist?
Shakira.
That's not embarrassing.
Secure.
Hips don't lie.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Shakira is not
I
embarrassing.
mean, the way that I do it is probably embarrassing. Like,
all right.
Fair.
Last question. Weirdest thing about you that few people know?
I have a foot fetish.
A foot fetish?
Yeah.
You like toes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a reply.
It was the reply at the end.
The reaction.
Man,
You like
your
toes?
boy said,
okay.
All right, so this part is going to be kind of fun. We're going to go around the room. We're going to go around the room, and we're going to admit.
And people like what they like. I'm not going down them, baby. He like toes, he like toes.
Everybody got some kind of crazy fetish. So I don't know, Griff.
But did he specify if it was a woman's toe or
That's the part. He didn't specify. Because you can't have a foot fetish for another grown man.
you supposed to say, no, you can't. And if you do, you're the homie hater of the week. How about that?
He should have said women.
I want him to say, I like women's feet. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
Right.
I got a woman foot fetish.
That's
I ain't
probably,
gonna lie.
and that's probably why old dude reacted the way he
just
reacted.
said, I got a foot one. I feel like he moved his feet under the table after he said, I got
Because Rex Ryan has a fetish. You remember Rex Ryan?
With his wife.
He likes
Or ex-wife, whatever.
feet, or he likes something about the
He
feet.
has a foot fetish.
A foot fetish,
Yeah.
same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But at least he's saying about a woman.
Right.
And I'm not calling out Michael Parsons. I'm just saying make sure next time you specify who you're talking about.
All right, so let's go around the room. Let's go around the room. Super Dave, we'll start with you. What's your weird fetish, something somebody may not know about that you have?
Okay. This all started without this
laugh was awful, by the way.
This
just saying,
started-
it was very sinister, dog.
Well, it started back in the day. And I guess you can call it a fetish. My wife knows about it, and my kids know about it, and my parents know about it. But the one thing I do, I can't use the restroom without taking all of my clothes off. I have to be butt naked.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is a bear cub. He's a
I'm
Charmin
serious.
commercial. Oh, we know. That's why it's getting more uncomfortable.
It's getting Charmin commercial.
Wow.
I don't know what it is.
I wasn't expecting that one, dog.
I don't know what it is, but I gotta feel. I can't have any socks on. Nope, nothing. No, I gotta be totally naked because my feet have to feel the coldness of the floor.
That's weird.
It can't be rugs or anything like that.
I just turned my back.
You an animal.
I can't even look at him no more.
That's why I never use.
To him like, do it without the wolf. Do it without the wolf.
That's why I never use the restroom where I'm at the office or anything else. I have to be at home. This is a private thing.
A Charmin bear.
Wait a minute, dog.
Okay.
We need to talk about something else fast to get this visual.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one story. I'm gonna give you one story.
No.
One story.
No.
Come on.
That's enough. That's enough.
No.
You are officially a Charmin bear.
Dog.
No, but I'm gonna tell you this. No, this is the one story. I had to use a restroom one day so bad, and I can't use it just anywhere. I went to a hotel. I paid for a hotel just to have privacy.
Did you?
So I could take off my clothes. I had to use it like bad. I mean, it was an emergency. I mean, I was sweating. I mean, it was about to come out. It really was.
You a chimpanzee, dog. Why you gotta be? You know what? We said in the beginning, no judgment. This is a no judgment zone.
Thank you. Stop judging.
Hey, Super Dave. I actually like you more that you can't pee with clothes on, dog.
No. We didn't know.
Say that,
I
dog.
can pee. I can pee with clothes on.
Number 2, dog.
Can't do number 2.
Oh, that's awful.
I can pee with clothes
All right,
on.
Griff, go ahead, dog. What's yours?
Well, you know what? Nothing beats naked doodle man right there.
I think you said it like that. I thought you said you weren't judging. I thought we just said we weren't
You're
judging.
right. No judgment. Okay. Shout out to Super Dave. Shut up, Rock T.
I gave
Shout
you
out
an
to
intimate
Super
moment
Dave
about me, my fetish.
For being, what's the word? For being,
True.
No, that ain't the word. For being transparent. Thank you for your transparency.
Wait a minute. He is Super Dave, a.k.a.
He's a
Charmin
Care
Bear,
dog. He's a Care Bear
a.k.a.
dog.
Naked Doodoo Man.
No judgment from the homies.
I'm not telling y'all nothing else. This can't be serious.
So I got. This is a dumb one. I got like a forehead meat fetish. Like I like a woman to have just enough forehead meat, dog. Like I'm very particular.
Wait a minute, dog.
Explain that.
So, from where her hairline is to where her eyebrows meet, it need to be like a substantial amount of forehead meat.
Hey, you talking about me?
Wait a minute. So you calling your wife got a big forehead? Is that what you saying?
No.
That's what you saying.
So it ain't big forehead. So the Chardonnay and all them, it ain't that. It's my little dumb. You know, some people like hips and breasts, and it's the forehead meat for me. Like
What kind of? How am I on this podcast with these two weird homies, man?
What was the
forehead meat?
What was the scene from Do the Right Thing? At the beginning, he gets a little ice cube and rubs it on her forehead like. I was seductive.
When I saw that as a kid, I was like, "That's what I want to do when I grow up."
He's like,
I told you.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Okay. Oh, I'm in tears, dog. I am in tears right now.
That means you got 3, because last week you admitted you used to wear red women's panties.
Don't do that, dog. What is we talking about right now? I said I lost a bet,
about that. Thanks, Rock.
No, don't do that. Okay, Rock. Key, Rock. Now that he the naked mole man, and I'm franking forehead meat. What's your fetish that nobody know, Rock T?
He's gonna be safe. Watch him.
Oh no, man. Listen, it's I'm in the boat with Micah, man. I got a foot fetish for my wife. Like I love my wife's feet. They're beautiful.
So you suck on toes.
Oh yeah, I suck my wife's. I kiss on my wife's. Yeah,
I suck my
But you
wife's
never had
toes.
one before your wife.
I've always. It's weird. I've
I
always
want to move
kind
away
of.
from the wife. Did you have one before her?
It's weird.
Yeah, that's good.
I
That's
like.
good,
Yeah,
Dave.
I used to pay attention to it, but it wasn't like Eddie Murphy and Boomerang. It wasn't a
Yeah,
deal
I was
breaker.
about to say.
It wasn't a deal breaker. Like if
Okay.
I was dating somebody and they had ugly feet, it wasn't a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Got it.
But
if they had nice feet, you would be
Yeah, it's like,
particular.
all right, cool. Yeah, it's like, that's all good, But my wife was like, took it to a whole nother level, man. Yeah.
Well,
See,
Yeah.
you see how he just that was strong at
Yeah,
the end
dog.
just now.
see, I would like
Super Dave.
toes. I would like toes, but it was this girl back in the day, and she was beautiful. Hold on, she was beautiful. I think you know where I'm going. And she took off her shoes and took off her socks, and she was missing some toes, and that tore me up.
Man, let me tell you something. Hold on. My manager, he gonna be mad about this, but I don't care. My manager, Shelby Walton, got 8 toes missing from both feet. Right? Except on one foot, it's the big toe is there and the baby toe is there, so he looked like he doing the Hawaii Aloha.
Throwing up the hook 'em horns.
It looked like the yes. And then on the other foot is the ring finger toe, it's the middle toe, and like not the big toe, so he looked like he's saying West Side with his
With his toes.
right foot.
Oh, man. This is
He ain't
hard.
got no toes.
All right, man. So there it is. Y'all just found out something new about the homies.
Oh,
On that
man.
note, let's get on up out of here,
Let's
man.
get to the 3-minute
Yeah.
drill.
We ain't got nothing else. Man, you can't come behind that, dog.
You got to come behind it.
All right, so there it is, man. I Ain't the Homies, episode 39.
Or do you love the homies' forehead meat and naked number 2 style?
I can't
with
tell
the
y'all
foot
nothing
fetish?
else.
Nah, man. Dude,
No,
Super
but I
Dave-
like how Rock T was very particular. I have a foot fetish
For my wife.
wife's feet.
Yes.
That's it.
That's what
Yeah.
you're supposed to say
Yeah.
when somebody asks you. Yeah, not just a foot fetish, and then you go, "What's the next question?"
Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
And I had a forehead meat fetish for female forehead meat. I look at
I'm glad you pointed
female
that
forehead.
Y'all tell a friend, man. Go download, go subscribe, go keep the 5-star reviews coming. We appreciate you guys. And always let your friend know to listen so they can become a hating homie. Did that make sense?
A homie hater.
A homie
Yeah,
hater.
you still thinking about toes right now.
no.
You thinking about toes. You want to see
homie
mine?
hater.
You want to see my toes?
No, I'm out of here. Bye.
Oh, man, that's
Let's
my
go.
cue. Yeah,
Later.
right there, right now, right now, right now.
I hate the homies.